now been canceled. And the NYPD says a teenager who was discovered alone in Manhattan has been identified.
Has led Rochester police to the Genesee River. More than 1,000 volunteers searched for 14-year-old Trayvon Rowe today. He was last seen getting off the bus at school number 12 Thursday morning. Today's search...
She couldn't be more relieved after reuniting with her 14-year-old autistic son, Eliseo Cortez, who'd been missing all week.
Whew. That must be the worst news any parent could ever receive, and 10 times more to us autism parents. And this is a very important topic to discuss, so please stay tuned for prevention tips.
JC. I'm LJ. Welcome to the LJC Show!
According to a study, 50% of children with autism has a tendency to run away. And as I've mentioned before on my previous video, that this is one of the challenging behavior that we are dealing with LJ. In his 18 years, he attempted to run away from home and school more than a dozen times. There's this 2 incident that he's gone lost and missing for hours, and it's really scary. It's nerve-wracking. We've experienced it. And I wanted to share with you some prevention tips that I'm using with LJ. So far, for more than 2 years, we haven't experienced it again. And LJ started to run away, probably he was 3 years old. And then the very last one was like 2-3 years ago. There are different terms that are being used for our runners, and I want to somehow tell you what are the difference. There's wandering, eloping, and bolting. For the wanderers, these are our explorer. You know, they wander, they go out the house or the school to wander and explore. And the eloping is this one is the one that goes out secretly. Probably, as I've said before, that each behavior serves a function. So they might be eloping to get away from something, from someone, or to gain whatever they want. That's why they went out and elope. And then there's bolting. Bolting is more of a sensory issue. It's just the need to bolt out, to go out and run away. If you have a child on the autism spectrum, or you know someone that could benefit on this prevention tips, please continue watching, because it is important to have a proactive strategy to prevent from losing or missing our children, because they are not aware of the danger on their outside world. My first tip is to set some rules. So I made up some rules on the places where we usually go, like church or grocery or school, and then also rules for places that they will go without me. Like, for example, they're going to a trip at school, and anyway, I would teach them these rules and then practice and review them every time before we go, and in this way it will stick on their mind what I expect them to be, to how to behave, and in a way this is also teaching them social and community skills. And here's a clip, an example on how we do it.
Very good. What are your rules for Walmart?
Stay close. Ask if you need help. Ask if you want something.
There you go. Ask if you want something.
Push the cart carefully.
Good.
And ask. Keep my hands in my pocket.
Good.
Ask if I check my
There you
list.
go. And
Stay close to Mom.
Very
good.
good job. Look.
I know it's probably easier to just stay home with our kids who we know are runners. It'll be safer for them and less stress for us. But for me, I make sure to give time to take them out and expose them on crowded places like the mall or church, just to, even just for a while. And then when you see that they are being overwhelmed, just go home. At least you expose them and they'll get used to it, and they already release the need of going out, which lead me to my next tip, which is have them wear bright color shirts so that it'll be easier for you to spot them in the crowd, just in case they run off away from you. My third tip is for attention seekers, because some of our kids are running away because they are trying to seek for attention. So my tip is for you to have them involved on whatever you are doing. So they will not seek for your attention, and they will feel that your eyes is still on them. So for example, you are at the mall, you could have them help you pick the item that you're going to buy, or if you're at the grocery, have them push your cart or take the item from the shelf and put them on the cart. Or you can have a grocery list and have them check it for you. And if you're at the house, you're busy with your chore, have them help you. Have them load your laundry or dry your clothes or take up the trash. Have them involved so that they will not seek for your attention. In addition to that, for our attention seekers, in case that I really need to attend to something or someone else and I cannot get him involved with me, what I do is I place myself in front of him to make sure that I see him. And from time to time, I will make eye contact with him, and I will do this just to remind him that I'm watching you. And yeah, I always give this tip to the teachers too, because I know that they have other kids to attend to. So I gave them this tip because it works for me. When LJ knows that she's still watching me, he would not attempt to run away. For my tip number 4, set up warning signs and an alarm. So we have set up a stop sign and no running sign by our 2 exit doors. And then we set up alarm also on the doors like that. So at least it'll give us a warning if just in case he comes out. We have the alarm also on our back door by the windows and the garage door. You can get and buy those portable alarms at Home Depot or Lowe's or Walmart. It's not that expensive. I got those 4 alarms for probably less than $80, but that's way back, probably 5-10 years. And it's battery operated. We use 4 of the small round battery. I forgot what it's called. Anyway, it lasts long. It took me years, and I probably just changed the battery once or twice. And it's easy to install. I just use a double adhesive tape to stick it on the wall and on the window, and it helps because it gives us an early warning whenever LJ tried to run away. I could easily run after him. For my tip number 5, get your child a tracking device or a GPS. This will help you to locate your child easily, just in case they run away when you're outside of your house or when they're at school. But I suggest that you make your research first before you buy or subscribe to services, because there's a lot of different kind of devices out there, and you have to know first which is best for your child. What I got for LJ is the Angel Sense. This is not sponsored by them. You could go to their website so you could see the features that you could get from their device. For me, it is the best for LJ. And then there's a free app, tracking app. It's called Life 360. This one I used for my other son, JC, because he has a cell phone. If your son has a cell phone, this one is a free app. And I actually use it for my husband too. So I know where all of them are, and that would notify me when they left work or they left school, and when they're close to the house, when they're arriving home. That helped me. That really helped me. For tip number 6, have them learn their personal information. For if your kids are younger and nonverbal, of course you could have the name tag or the ID bracelet, but that didn't work for my son LJ. He just take it off and left it somewhere. So I made sure that he learned to say it and write it and read it. His full name, his address, telephone numbers, emergency contact like my name, his dad's name, my cell phone number, his dad's cell phone number. So that's really important. Or of course you could have their ID on their backpack or tags on their clothes. But for me, it's really important for them to really know it by heart. So just in case they got lost, they could identify themselves. What's your name? What is your name?
Elijah Rowell Castillo.
Good. How old are you?
16.
Try again. How old are you?
14.
18 years old.
18 years old.
Yeah. What's your address?
My address is 4626 Jokers Walk Court, Unit 103, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89122.
Awesome. What's your mom's name?
My mom's name is Maitha.
Yeah. What's your phone number?
My phone number is 702-622-4897.
Galing. What's your dad's name?
My dad's name is Rainbow.
What's your dad's phone number?
My dad's phone number 908-698-9961.
Good job. And for our 7th tip, the very last one, but the most important one, very important, is to practice being safe. Practice walking on the sidewalk, practice crossing the street, practice waiting for the stop sign, for the go. This is really important because even though we have a tracking device, we're not there at that moment. We could easily locate them, but at that very moment, we are not beside them. It doesn't matter if they know their address, their information. It doesn't matter if you have an alarm, if they run off quickly and we're not there. It is important for them to know where to walk safely. And we really need to give time to practice this. And here's a clip of me and LJ practicing being safe on the street. Here's our feet. Wait. 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 You wanna go there? There you go. Let's just walk. Walk sign. Good job waiting. We walk on the sidewalk.
Sidewalk.
Yep.
Be in the sidewalk.
Always be safe.
Be safe. I like your smile.
Thank you.
There you have it, guys. I hope that these prevention tips from my mom are useful and can help you avoid losing a child.
Please like.
Please subscribe to our channel, The LJC Show.
Be sure to hit the notification bell down below to be notified for our next video.
And always remember, be aware, be understanding, and be kind. Be kind to us.